Alrighty, howdy everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm gonna totally have you in frame. Let's move you right there. Actually, that's closer anyway. So yeah, let's just get started. This has been a lot of fun. There is a random CRT behind me. I may or may not have gotten one off of the Facebook Marketplace. So I'm excited about it. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it was. I should have measured, I guess. Story of my life there. But it's got S-Video, which I'm using currently for all my stuff now, and it's got components, so if I can ever find a pair of SNES component cables. But I should easily be able to find some PS2 or PS3 in Wii component cables. So I can at least do GameCube, Wii, PlayStation stuff at the best possible quality. Super Nintendo can do component, but actually getting the cord that's, worth anything is expensive. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alex is hurt. So let's go ahead and top him off. Get them most of the way there. Oh yeah, what was the third song? Fortify Friend, Cascade song. Oh, yeah, I knew that one. Can I use it now? No, only in combat. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna go talk to, I think there's some old lady in the woods that has the sea chart. Sorry, excuse me. Let me turn the music up in my own head a little bit. I don't think that affects the stream portion, but set. Yeah, good there. All right, let's go. Already got the chest. There's some random bugs, mutant beetle kind of things. Let's see. Mutant ants. Excuse me. I need to make one of these all attack, but for now I'll do that. Nice. Okay. Unless I didn't. Let me do one thing while that's going on. Sorry. 1 second here. 12:30. So my birthday is Saturday. I've been trying to plan, I don't know, some type of dinner or whatever. I'm gonna go with my buddy Paul to a fancy place downtown. By fancy, it's a Brazilian steakhouse. I'm very excited. We're gonna go on Sunday, like immediately after church. Select occasion, birthdays. Share text updates. Yeah, sure. Alright, so. Oh, thank you. What do you prefer to be called, Guy? Is Guy by itself fine? I don't... OCN Guy? But yeah, welcome in. No, this is the PlayStation version. And my buddy really couldn't text me back right before I turned on my camera. He had to wait till I turned on the camera and fully started streaming before he's like, yeah, grab that time. Okay, that's my name, that's my phone number, email. Birthday is a special occasion, Sunday, June 12th, 12:30. Okay. Confirm reservation, done. But yeah, welcome on in. No, like I said, the PS1 version. Cool. That done. Yeah, I hope all is well. Yeah, I need to... Oop, nope, back. This is completely blind. I know very little about it besides... I guess the only thing I've been somewhat told is it's one of the best stories of any JRPG. And to some people it gets tough halfway through. Excuse me. I don't know how much of that to believe. I mean, the one person I know IRL that told me that is one of the best gamers I know. Maybe he had difficulty as a kid. I don't know that. How did I do tactics? Okay, so go ahead and have that set back to AI. If I need to defend that much, I can just make him defend myself. Alright, so that gets me... They can all do whatever they think's best. The 2 attacks, and she'll either attack or heal. And 3 attacks, okay. That's what I like for tactics. Formation, I do still... get there. Take you down. Okay, cool. Just looking around for any treasure chests. Here to find the sea chart. So yeah, this is my second time playing. I played a little bit on Monday. Solid bet, guys. Oh, can you set up a macro, or a tactic on the fly? I guess I totally missed that. Okay, well. I should tell my wife that we get that reservation while it's happening. I try not to do so much of the stuff on stream, but special circumstances, you know. We're gonna swap to 2. I love that he's got 2 attacks now. That's awesome. That is awesome. So now I'm kind of curious, like, is there a big difference between the, what was it, Sega Saturn version, the PSP version, and this version? I'm kind of curious. I might Google it, but I don't want to like Google it till I know what the like full scope of the story. So like I'm not gonna do it yet. Still weird to me that like it just lingers on his HP and doesn't give him any more stats. At least doesn't tell me. Oh well, no big deal. Wow, that looked like a chest. Was there just nothing in the chest? I don't actually have the stream up, so I can't watch the background. That's lame. Either there's nothing in the chest, or I didn't, see what it was. Doesn't look like there was anything. Just in case we need the healing items. Nice, got a crit. Ooh, sweet, he could reach both. Nice. I wasn't actually sure if he was going to be able to or not. That's a strong, strong fly. Ooh, Alex Scandal, another one. Very nice, very nice. I always hit the button. What, like when it shows something. Alright, hang on. Explosion staff. 1 enemy multi-hit attack. Easy pressure attack. I don't know what the easy part stands for. So let's find out. I've got a feeling that means gosh. Means area of effect, but let's find out. That one. Not an aerial effect. Still a cool attack. No worries, no worries. Lunar Silver Star Story complete. Do I have the wrong game on? No, I think I'm about the right one. But yeah, here's again the case if that helps any. There are apparently several versions of the box art. But yeah, Lunar Silver Star Story complete. Because see that kind of goes into like my question I kind of had. Is it like what are the differences? Yeah, it's supposed to be the complete. Yeah, it's 2 discs and making of. Sorry, that's totally the dual shock. The making of. I don't have the music CD, although so far the soundtrack's banging, so I'm a little sad about that. But shouldn't do that one. Hope we don't die. Okay, sweet. Man, we're making bank at this place. Frank was song. Okay, cool. So is it just... Was it a couple copies on the Sega Saturn, or was it something other than that? I'm just kind of... I don't know much about it. Really, I'm coming in as blind as I can. Ooh. Area of effect. Nice. Sweet. What was the magic cost on that one? 15, so it's a lot, but still. Worth it. Those things sound so scary. You fight that one, you fight that one, you come here. Okay, so they changed voice actors between porting the game? I confess, I don't know their names offhand, but now you got me curious. Jackie Powers. IMDb, please. IMDb, please. Yeah, see a lot of lunar stuff. Oh, wow. So, according to IMDb, it says Jackie Powers did both the 1992 Silver Star Story and the 1999 Silver Star Story complete. Looks like she voices someone named Mia as well. What's the other person? Spike Spencer. I do, when I read, words are tough. When I read the dialogue, I do try to do voices. I am not even trying to completely replicate their voices. Oh, he was in Ni no Kuni. Okay, cool. Oh, that's the movie. I haven't seen that yet. This is Spike Spencer, that is. Ni no Kuni, bunch of other stuff that I've not played or watched. It was in Pokemon Generations. Okay, cool. Pokemon Origins. Cool. I'm still in 2011. Let's just go all the way down to 99. I could almost probably see the girl's voice coming out better. IMDb. There's a Fire Emblem TV miniseries. What the heck is that? It doesn't list Spike Spencer. Let me double check. It says Jackie did it, but I'm pretty sure it was Dude. I'm with you there. 100%. So there was like a 2-episode Fire Emblem anime in 95. and it looks like it's based off the first game. I might have to try to see if I can't find a copy of that. I'm a big Fire Emblem fan, so I hadn't heard that. That's interesting. But yeah, that would be disconcerting to me to hear a voice actor change, let alone genders to change. I guess I could see Null going either way, but yeah, that's a little weird to change the voice actor. Again, what I assume is a port, so I could be completely wrong. Maybe there's more to it than just that, but... Excuse me. But yeah, is Guy okay to call you, or do you prefer something else there? Do I want to come here yet? I wasn't done exploring, I don't think. So where's the spot I could have gone left? Yeah, let's fight this thing. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, cool. And like, I'm really impressed with it. Like, so far, I really like this. Like I said, I came in blind, hadn't seen almost anything. Oh, I take that back. I think it was Vanguard Bandits. I don't think it was Legend of Legaia. They both came in like the double-sized case thingy. I think it was Vanguard Bandits had a demo, and I remember playing it as a kid. Guess that was 5th or 6th grade. And wanting to play it, but could never find a copy of it. I guess that wasn't technically pre-internet, but sort of close to pre-internet. Although I did do the first Amazon purchase in my family, so you can actually almost see it. My copy of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I remember finding and bookmarked a Harry Potter books at discount prices, and it was Amazon. And fair warning, there will likely be a 6-year-old running in at some point. He tends to do that. He likes it when I do Super Metroid stuff. He hasn't been the biggest fan of RPGs. He'll like it sometimes, but so far he likes stuff with more action, which is understandable. Although he does like... I finally realized he hadn't seen Super Mario RPG, so I did start showing him that. I've shown him about, I don't know, 3/4 to half of that. I need to finish it for him. Oh, that brought flies, okay. So can I assume, Guy, that you have played through this? And enjoy it? Don't want to make assumptions, but that seems like an easy one to do here. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I'm taking a break with this game from Fire Emblem Thracia 776. It was kicking my butt. It really was. I'm going to go back to it, I think, when I'm not under a time crunch. We're having another kid in October, so I will be... I'm still not going to completely stop streaming, but I will definitely take a break at first. And probably just stream sporadically. I won't hold to a schedule. Very likely, at least. By very likely, I won't. Shouldn't even say it like that, very likely. And so, like, I'm just taking a break, because it was kicking my butt. I never played it before. Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th Fire Emblem, right before that one. And kind of a... Thracia is an interquel to Genealogy. It kicked my butt, but not in such a fashion. Like, it was just having to get used to change, which I'm not very good at. But that was definitely fun. I was starting to get frustrated at some of the RNG in Thracia. A lot of it comes down to I'm not patient, especially since I'm trying to get it done by October, 2 nights a week. So I'm taking a break. I have no idea. I assume I can get through this. Probably don't say it unless it's in the manual. I did found it on eBay. Actually, I got this off eBay. They actually had a copy I mean, it's still expensive. It was $75, but every other copy was 150 or more. But I did find a hardback, like, called it a manual guide. It's not a strategy guide, but I guess just a really fancy manual. Anything that's in something like that, I don't mind. But like if it's story related, no, I don't want to hear that. Then again, words are tough. Can't never finish a thought, it seems like these days. Still feel like there's a little bit further left I could have gone. Let's just see here. Keep getting stuck. I need to stop using the joystick, analog stick, and start using the D-pad. Modern gaming has me used to it. I used to hate it as a kid. Like when Kingdom Hearts first came out. I love Kingdom Hearts, evidenced by the keyblades. Oh, warning about a soft lock. Ooh. A spot where like you can't grind or something like that in case you get stuck. Multiple saves. Noted. Okay, yeah, no, that's definitely fun. And good to know, I don't want to have to go back through it. I mean, so far it's fun. Slightly grindy, but that's just because I like to be overpowered. But noted. I will try to do that. Let's do this one. Nope, wrong button. I am getting used to having to hit triangle instead of circle for going back. Now, so you attack that one. You're gonna attack that one. You're gonna attack that one. If Alex doesn't, okay, cool. Now, is he just moving further because he has 2 attacks? Oh, crap. I done goofed. We're going to attack that one. And, we're gonna heal, Alex. What was that about saving often? Okay, well, at least it didn't actually kill her. Oh, I missed that last time I had someone faint. I didn't see Null bring him back. Okay, I gotta get to the menu really quickly. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and just do this bad boy. Heck, I might want to go back to town just to rest for a second. Although, did I actually see a statue oh crap, what was the city name? Berg is where they're from. Meridia, however you want to pronounce it, is where we're wanting to go. What's the name of the city we were just at? Trying to keep all that stuff in mind. Really? Yeah, someone else on Monday mentioned that there was a PSP copy. I didn't know that. I don't actually have my PSP anymore, so I guess it doesn't matter that much, but I do prefer playing on hardware if I can. Sorry, again, I'll show you something here in just a second. I do try to play completely on hardware, so now that that's done, I'll show this here a little bit. So, of course, I'm playing on an actual CRT. There's actually one. Where's it at? I guess it's. Oh, it's behind me. I'll move a second. Got a new one literally like right before starting. But I've got a little switch there. Underneath it's a RetroTink 5X Pro to do the actual conversion for the capture card. Currently playing on a PS2. And then I do have Super Nintendo. I do a fair bit of Super Metroid and that sort of stuff. But I like playing on hardware, especially for that, for the lag and all that. Oh yeah, you can see it now. I got that like right. I got home back with it. Got it on the Facebook Marketplace. It's a little bit bigger. The particular CRT I've got now. I guess I can actually show you. Nope, camera cord won't go far enough. Well, maybe. No, it's not a good angle. Basically, this line is tilted. It doesn't go straight up. And supposedly it can be fixed, but it's very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing with high current stuff, and I don't. I figured it would be a lot cheaper just to buy a $10 thing off of Facebook than it would be to buy like giant sets of insulating gloves and stuff. But I do try to play on hardware when I can. With the Fire Emblem Thracia, I did swap to emulator just for the save setting, but even with that, like, it's still pretty stressful. And some of my viewers mentioned, you know, just take a break. Don't stress yourself out. Apparently, where I'm at in the game, a lot of people do tend to take a break. Thank you. Oh, I didn't show you the best part. One thing you can't see on camera. That's the only problem with where I have it, is like no one can ever see it unless I show the camera set, like move the camera. But like I can't put it over here, which you can't actually see anyway. Or behind me because of all the other crap. But thank you, I appreciate it. Ooh, what is that emote? That looks so cool. Fire! I like it. Alright, we're gonna go back to town anyway, so let's go ahead and just nuke that guy. I was about to say that that did not kill him. Okay, cool. I admit, I'm kind of curious to see how much this does against the big guy. That did more damage than the more expensive attack. We got another level. Nice, nice. Try not to hit the button in case I learn something else. Ooh, Luna also gained a level. I love that they give her a good bit of, like, mana or MP every level up. Like, that's really cool. I think I really am going to try to run out of here and then go heal and then come back. I mean, for all I know, the old lady with the sea chart has a place to heal too. Sure. Go for it. I appreciate you asking. That is really, really nice. I know it's an old game. Some people just give out the info, but I do appreciate you asking. The secret people tend to miss. Yeah, okay. I kind of forget I do have healing items. Did I actually go back up this way? Yes, I did. They put lots of money for bars of soap. Oh gosh, do we have the typical 90s anime bath scenes? That's exactly where my mind goes with that comment. Alright, so we got some healing. We'll go back and finish this. I probably would have been fine, but I'm always like super paranoid. This is texting me. Sounds like she's probably gonna go to bed. My wife does go, even before being pregnant with her second kid, she's always been extremely early to bed. She's asking if we can put the doggy up tonight. Bitch, I can. Yeah, I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan. Her name is Kairi. Can I get you out of there, I wonder? Nope, I'll just fight you. Alright, so let's, I really kind of want Luna to get an offensive spell. That would be really awesome. How much is this? 6? We'll go ahead and do 1. Let's do the back guy. We'll attack this front guy. Ooh, really? Okay. That's a very cute little emote. I like to show this off. I just got this. The other one I guess still hasn't been approved. But I met through another streamer. I'm gonna butcher her name. Virelay. I love her emotes. Come on, Twitch, don't fail me. And I asked her I kind of blindsided her. I was like, hey, can you make me something similar to your little dragons? That's my Final Fantasy XIV character. Cierde being the character's name. My name's Matt, by the way. Definitely not a big secret kind of thing there. My Twitch name was MattW891 for the longest time. It's like, I might as well do something a little bit more unique. So I just grabbed my character's name. I was hoping to be able to do just Cierde, but apparently, while I thought I made up that name, apparently it's a word in a different language. And there is just a plain Cierde on Twitch already. So I had to go with the underscore and the last name. Okay, so gonna have you attack that guy. Go ahead and have you heal Alex. I still have the sense that Ramus is not going to be a permanent party member because he's only getting HP. He has no magic. 5 soaps, okay. He's got no magic, he can't equip certain stuff, and he gets no other stats besides HP. So I got a feeling he's not going to be a permanent party member. I'm not necessarily asking for confirmation, I'm just stating thoughts so far. Okay, so note to self. It takes 3 hits to kill the bees. No! Crap, which bee is the one that he just attacked? We're gonna go ahead and do that. I do kind of want to see what it looks like in person. Attack that one. But yeah, thank you for that info. That's not too bad info. For Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War, they wouldn't straight up tell me stuff that I was gonna miss. They would kind of help me figure it out. I think there was one time they finally, alright, look, you gotta take a certain character right here. For the most part, they tried to use story hints. But like, that sort of stuff I don't mind. In fact, I actually probably would have been pissed off. Because they hide some stuff in Genealogy of the Holy War. Stuff that made the game beatable, in my opinion. Alright, so let's go ahead and save it now that we're here. Old Hag's Forest. Go ahead and make an extra save here. Try to keep them updated as we go. Oh, so I should have just walked up here is what it looks like. Oh well. What is this supposed to be? Some kind of booby trap? I can't imagine a creature dumb enough to stumble under this thing.
Hey! Hey there! Get me out of this thing!
That sounded like it came from further up the trail. Ooh, someone is stuck. Hello? Who's in there? What exactly are you doing? What does it look like I'm doing, peasant? I haven't seen their face, so I don't know what kind of voice to do. I order you to release me from this contraption immediately. He sounds pretty rude, Alex. What are we gonna do? I say we leave him here. He isn't hurt, and I'm sure he'll get out of this thing eventually. Well, I'm tempted to agree. I think we should help him. Lake didn't desert us when we needed his help. I suppose you're right.
Hey there, kiddies. My name is Nash. I'm a level 3 apprentice from the famous magic city of Vane that floats around the Goddess Tower. The area around the Sea Hag's house can be a little tricky, so be sure to watch your step around here, okay?
The very beginning of his intro, I got serious Prince Wu vibes from Legend of Korra. Obviously, this guy came out way before Legend of Korra. But the way the hairdo... Oh god, this guy. What are you saying? You're the one who was trapped, pal, not us. And would it kill you to let a thanks pass your lips? Who, me? I'm in the 3rd rank of the Magic Guild, and the best magician in my age group. I'm also apprentice to the powerful sage Galleon. How dare you say I was tripped when I was just... when I was investigating how the silly device was made. This is why I hate leaving the city. You country folk don't have any manners. You've been yelling at us since we got out of that trap. Since you got out of that trap, and we don't have any manners? Hello, Nash. My name is Luna. We are all travelers from the village of Berg. These are my friends, Alex, Ramus, and Null. Are you also going to visit the old woman? You should join us. It would be much safer for us to travel together. Go with you? Well, protecting beautiful women and simpletons is the duty of every guild member. Alright, I will travel to the hag's house with you. I just hope you all appreciate my exceedingly kind gesture. Ooh, I think I'll have a headache. I think Nash is a headache. You said you were from Berg Village, didn't you? I've heard that a girl with wondrous singing voice lives there. Do you know of her? I know Luna's really good, but I don't know about wondrous. You're the singing princess of Berg? I would love to hear you sometime, Luna. Well, alright. Alright, I'll hold you to that. Now, let's go have a few words with this old bag, excuse me. Who put you in charge, Buster? Alex, this guy bugs me a lot. Alright, how do I, like, talk in a very cocky voice? Because I feel like that's what Nash needs. He's a party member, yay! Yeah, does he always come at level 11, or did he just happen to join at the same level I already was? Thunderbomb. Turn to stone. Ooh, okay. Now let's look at my formation. Nope, nope. I think that's gonna be good. Nice. Just bust into the old hag's house. Bet these poor chickens are food for someone. Am I getting door blocked by a chicken? Yes, I was. Let's go upstairs then. On the breaking of my thumb, something tasty this way comes, hello children. Don't you look delicious, delightful. What is your I'm not doing a good old man voice today, or old woman voice today. Hang on. I'm getting my mindset right quick. I'm trying to do it. I play a lot of D&D, and I tend to DM a lot, so I'm trying to get better at voices. Not necessarily voice acting, but at least different, yeah, well, I guess different voices. No, you didn't, huh? What is your business with me? You want the sea chart? Well, since I assume you won't part with your tasty little pet there, will you trade me the water cane? What? I was given this cane by Galleon when I left Vane. I'm not about to exchange it with a warty old hag for a crummy old map. We need that sea chart, Alex. What do we do? Would you like me to ask him, Alex? Nash seems to be fond of me. No way, Luna. The only thing this egomaniac understands is tough talk. Nash, without the sea chart, we can't sail to Maribia. And we desperately need to go. I'm begging you, please. Will you trade your cane with the old woman? Hey, Nash, need help picking up your draw up off the floor? What's up, kiddo? Wanna come say hi? No, Mr. Yoshi's not on right now. I don't know. Maybe he's busy. You wanna say hi? Mr. Guy. His name is Guy. Their name is Guy. That's someone's name. I've known a couple guys in my life, actually. Let them know to say hi? Okay. Well, Luna, there's no way I can turn down a woman as lovely as you. Here you go. Thank you, kiddies, and here is the sea chart. Well, that's easy enough. Oh, those are cute. Okay, that's a lot of those I'm gonna have to keep track of. No, that needs to go downstairs at some point. I can take it down later. Yeah. Also, fair warning, his bedtime is about 20 minutes, so we'll be pausing to get him into bed. Alright, so we got the sea chart. No healing, so maybe I wasn't completely off base to go back, besides the fact that I could have been done, but oh well. Live and learn. I do tend to play stuff a little bit more cautious. What? That way I can get you. That way I can go get you in bed. Not yet. Hey, do you see these? What I'm fighting? 2 killer bees, or killer wasps, and 2 killer flies. Those things actually look like bee drills.
So you can just fight right now, okay?
Okay, alright, so we're gonna attack you. Oh, wrong button.
Wow.
Let's go.
They're gonna win, but I think you're gonna win because they're very good at playing these video games. I'm protecting your feet.
You're okay, but I'll attack you. Let's see what Thunder Bomb. Ooh, wait.
Electricity ball with a pretend cannon.
Yeah. Ooh, so maybe that could be an area of effect. Yo, Act, how's it going? Hope all is well, my friend. I have, after discussing with Juice and Yoshi, I'm taking a break on Thracia. It's totally kicking my butt. So I'm taking a break and starting Lunar Silver Star Story complete. This is a mouthful, man. Started on Monday. So far, I love it. I've never played it before. It's quite fun.
Biggest one is that.
Yeah, so like I don't want him to fight this guy. I want to see what Thunderbomb does. So let's have everyone fight back here. I mean, it's probably not going to kill him, I guess. Oh, he goes first. Okay. Whoa, that was cool. Yeah, that was cool.
I think that was a magic Thunderbomb because
yeah, it was a magic Thunderbomb. So, having 2 attacks does mean he'll move and then attack. That's cool to know. Sad to hear that when I will pick it back up. That is a fantastic question, Act. Yoshi told me to wait till after baby Ezra is born. Or heavily implied it. What I am doing is a little bit in my free time. I started a new file on Paragon mode. Yoshi tells me it's harder unless you get good luck, and so far I have. So I might get back to where I was, and like, I don't know, I've fallen in love with this, and it's been one night. I do plan on finishing it, but I did get really flustered the last few streams playing it. Yoshi encouraged me, yeah, just take a break. 14x.
Who's winning? Is he winning?
No one's attacked yet. Sorry, I'm talking to people. Do you want to say hi to Mr. Act too? He's one of the viewers. I'll watch him stream sometimes too.
I don't know.
Sorry there, Act. Only say hi to Yoshi. Kids, man, they say the darndest things.
Is Yoshi?
Yeah, I'm sure he will be.
Check this out.
Just a person named Yoshi. In Japanese, their names are different, from what he tells me. So, Yoshi is spelled... The character Yoshi is spelled differently in Japan.
Wait, that's where he lives?
Yeah, he lives in Japan. So Yoshi does.
Does that mean he's not any of our neighbors?
That's right, he's not any of our neighbors. Yes, you're escaping from Tara, and I got super not lucky. The randomness of that started really getting on my nerves. So bad. Oh my gosh. And that's just kind of venting / complaining, I know. Yeah, Guy, you are correct. This guy is my bug killer. 100%. Such a cool attack. You don't get cool looking stuff like this these days, typically. I mean, no one does the pixel art stuff anymore. And I really like the RetroTink seems to be pulling it up pretty good on the stream. I like that. But yeah, that chapter, at least as far as I can tell, reinforcements and where they go were just completely random. And I just... In a strategy game that's... Yo, what's up, Carnage? Hope all is well, my friend. They are called mantle wrappers. It's like a plant monster. So you have the little flower thingies on them?
Are any of those bad guys real?
No.
Also, I never think that things did not think that I did not think
What?
those things were on map off map.
No. Unless you have them. Sweet. Okay, so it is a little like Chrono Trigger almost, and like you have to pick the right character. That's kind of
Check
cool.
this out.
Nice. You like 2 weekends to beat? And by weekend, you stream Saturday and Sundays, don't you? Alright, so we survived. How much money do we have? 4,000, okay. I do plan on finishing it and finishing it on stream. That is my intention. But yeah, I've been enjoying the break. Are you? We're very curious on heaven and death lately. I don't know why. It's annoying. Hopefully yes, but FB9. Oh man. Okay, so Saturday is my birthday. Yo, Guy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Hang on 1 second, son. FB9 is my favorite, man. It is my birthday. I was gonna do some streaming, but man, I might actually have you pulled up while I'm streaming. I love FB9. That is my favorite. I don't know if I'm gonna stream this or do an SMZ3 or something, but thank you. I appreciate that. I love me some FB9. I'm totally gonna come. Definitely at least drop you a lurk, if not actually watch you while doing other stuff. Alright, sorry, son. Did you have a question? Mommy. Did Mommy? Oh yeah, we're about to lose our first tooth. It's so wiggly. Hopefully you live a long, happy life. Now go to Mommy. Or you get yourself in trouble. Yeah, our front tooth is, what do you call the front teeth? Incisors? Yeah, FE9 is my favorite. Are you playing it properly, Act? Are you playing it with a disc? I'm kidding. It's gonna be expensive to get it if you don't happen to have it. Yeah, for real. Thank you again, guy, for the follow. Carnage, how are you doing? I hope it's going okay. All right, so sounds like I might actually get out of bedtime duty. We'll see. I wonder what's going on. Everyone looks so busy. I bet they're just trying to finish up their work before dinner. That reminds me. When do we eat? Actually, I guess you haven't seen me stand up yet. I am in the middle of losing weight. I've been very good this week. Actually doing Weight Watchers. Before I was kind of, sort of doing it. Now, I'm actually doing it. You're not supposed to, with that system, you're not supposed to weigh yourself. Besides, like, once a week. But I've already lost 3 pounds since Monday's weigh-in. Or was that yesterday? So I think it was Monday. So I'm doing pretty good. I am going to use all bonus points on Sunday at that Brazilian steakhouse. No, Axe, no! So I started going to karate, so he's old enough to go where I used to take. And when I mean used to take, let's see, I turned 33. So 16, 17 years and, oh god, a good 140 pounds ago. Mr. Robert offered to punch it out for him. It was funny. He's like, no! Have I considered keto? The thought of keto honestly sounds good. I mean, I like bread. Don't get me wrong. I like bread. Excuse me. But my doctor is very against it. I've got a buddy who keeps doing it, loses weight, and then gets really sick. So I'm gonna go with the doctor there. I have lost weight on Weight Watchers. When I actually do it, I lose weight. My wife and I were both losing really good amounts of weight, and then we bought our first house, and then got busy and stopped. Guy. I use the NVIDIA broadcast app. So basically, it zooms in, but still takes like the full picture. So like if I move a little bit, it can follow to the edge of what it's capturing. And so yeah, it just follows my face a little bit. Yeah, just for the sake, she's like, look, you have to have carbs. So if I could do like a keto with a very tiny bit of carbs, which is kind of, I guess, what I'm doing, because carbs are a lot of points. So like I'm trying to do most meats, as long as you don't use a ton of oil or butter, it's like 1 point per ounce, basically. Lunch meat actually is 2 points per 3 ounces, so a little bit less. So just trying to do that. Standing up, that is why I know I complain like a baby every time you guys do it. That's one of the reasons for that. It's one of the reasons like I asked work to help pay for the standing desk, because I do work from home. Just trying to get more active. I'm gonna start getting on, getting up and going to the gym. It's almost gonna suck to start that habit and then have a baby. Hopefully I can keep it up with the baby. And I'm starting to use the standing desk more too, and I do like it. That's why I got the mat. That's why I specifically went to go get it. I didn't even see what time you sent that act. 2 minutes ago. Whatever. No big deal. Future's here. Congrats on the weight loss. Thank you, guy. I appreciate it. And yeah, so that's why the tracker's there. The weight loss goal. I guess like I didn't do the math this time around, but roughly 16 pounds is I think 5%. And so like my mini goals are gonna be 5% increments. My end goal, if I get to my actual goal weight, again, a Kingdom Hearts fan. But the only cosplay I've ever done is Roxas. A black backwards Snuggie is basically just a robe, and with his necklace, it's a very poor man's Organization 13 coat. If I get my goal weight and maintain, and this is long term, I'm not expecting it anytime soon, but is to get the real deal, get an actual like leather, I think leather. I don't know, that sounds terrible though. Maybe a nice cloth actual Organization 13 coat. Because then I'll literally just take those two Keyblades and, hey, I'm Roxas. Listen to me, there's a monster at the port. I'm certain our weapons can kill it. Go for it. Alright, so you've got everything you can get. What about you? What does he have now, actually? He has no weapon now. Is that a picture? Mia's bromide, Nash's treasure. Okay. And it takes my wisdom down by 1. Okay, I don't know what that means. It looks like a picture, but... I guess let's go ahead and get him a bow. Yeah, get him the bow. Pip it. There's a monster about the port. Make sure you tell everyone that you used our weapons to kill the monster, alright? You still gonna get them bars of soap? Gonna need some money left over? I don't do keto because I would lose my mind, but I eat low carb. See, that's, for stuff like lunches, I think it's Sara Lee. It's I forget the name. It's, I think Delightful. It's basically just really thin slices, but it's 1 point on Weight Watchers, so most slices of bread are 2 points, and then some of the fancier or bigger slices are like 3 points. Now, for reference, my wife hates it anytime we talk about points. Just being taller and being male, I get more points than she does. I do actually limit my points. I think I would actually get like 70 if I went by height and weight, just because I am a big boy. But I noticed last time I tried it, Rachel went back to work with Zeke. So I had gym buddies that I just could not make myself wake up earlier to get to the gym. And then I don't know, got tired of it. So I'm doing my best to stick on it. But if I did what the calculation is, I won't lose any weight. Because I'm basically just eating how I normally would. So I actually limit myself right now to 50. I mean, compared to what Rachel would get, she would get like 22. So like I can have an entire meal and have plenty left over for the day that she couldn't have. But her being from the Philippines, born and raised there, so not actually Filipino, but we eat a lot of rice, and so like we measured out 1 cup is 5 points. I like a little bit of rice with a little bit of cheese on my rice, so we'll do that too. I will do that too, and then do some type of veggie, preferably a 0 point veggie. But I've really come to like black beans. They're not too bad, and they still pretty good for you. So, like, I did that the other night, just rice, chicken, and beans, and that was really good. You brought the sea chart. I'm grateful to the lot of you. My ship is being devoured by a wretched beast from the hellish depths. It must have been all the fish sitting in my cargo hold that attracted it. Did you say fish? Alex, we have to help this guy. Alright, well, get out of my way, old man. Huh? Are you offering to slay the monster for me? We'll save all your fish, sure, won't we, Alex? Of course we will. This is the sworn duty of the guild to protect and serve the public. I'll simply use thunder magic to electrocute the pathetic beast. Bless you, kids. Walk this way to my ship, and watch your step. Yeah, I would lose my mind if I couldn't have some type of carbs. Like, every now and then you need some carbs. Now, I will say, Sunday, when I go to lunch with my buddy Paul, I will not be having any carbs. I will be having cheese, probably some mushrooms, and meat. And that's only if they have the smoked provolone. I like to eat that alongside the meat. Run while you still can, Captain. Alright, this is really weird. I don't understand why, but y'all's colors are different on the creator dashboard than it is on OBS. That's weird. Yours is actually the same, but everyone else's is, like, different. I don't know why that is. That's weird. Captain, we all tried to attack the monster, but it was no use. He just ate all our weapons. I let the deckhands retreat until we figure out what to do. What are we gonna do, Captain? I will say, let's last call for a little bit. If anyone else wants to redeem any standing, because I will put the thing back down. I don't really want to lift it back up. I guess I can stand, but you have the same problem with Streamlabs. Gotcha. But yeah, let's call if you want me to keep standing, because I will totally sit back down. There we go. Another couple of minutes. Really just don't want to wear out the motor. I mean, I guess I can play with looking down, but no biggie. It's eating right through the hole. Let's get out of here before it starts looking for dessert. Ew. Like the boss from the water temple in Ocarina of Time. With a face. Captain, please don't think any less of me for saying this, but run away! Yeah! My crew's a blasted bunch of lily-livered scallywags. To think I let those scurvy dogs sail with me. Kids aren't afraid, though. That's why I'm gonna let you handle the monster on your own. Ah! Oh, come on, you pansy. You know, I am voicing him like a pirate instead of just a sea guy. I guess I don't know what a sailor accent would sound like. Alright, let's have us a boss fight. I guess this is really the first boss, isn't it? This is what has everyone running scared, Alex? It's a giant blue booger. Oh well, let's start picking. I'm loving the humor in this game. Oh, it literally is the boss from Ocarina of Time's Water Temple with the face. Sea Lion Slimmer. Alright, so. Command. Attack all out. I don't actually know what Cascade Song does, but let's do it to Alex. You're just gonna attack, and you're gonna cast Thunder.
Check this out.
Oh gosh, I can't do that. 132. Nice. Gelatin Breath. Alright, so let's do that. Let's do that on yourself. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Check this out.
Alright, Act, I'll give you to the end of this boss fight, I guess. And I didn't see how much damage that did. Crap. Oh well. Leave the healer alone! What is wrong with you? Didn't I buy that guy a bow? Is it actually a crossbow now? Or is it just different animation for him? Sword stance does more. Okay, thank you. I was not paying attention. I figured it would because he's a water thing, but... let's go ahead and burn through some mana. Just attack. Keep thundering.
Check this out.
69. So much. Gonna tease me for not saving. I did save. I saved on the first line.
Check this out.
Oh, I need to buff him, I guess. I mean, keeping him alive is probably more important, but... keeping everyone alive is probably more important.
Check this out.
At this point, I am going to assume Rachel's taking care of Zeke, so I don't have to run away right now. No! You're screaming, so maybe I should go check on them. Give me 1 second, guys. We'll come back and we'll finish this boss fight. act. I did give you like 6 extra minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and call that done. All right, I will be right back, guys. Alrighty, guys, we are back. Later act. We will be right back after these messages. I need to start doing that. So Zig was screaming they were trying to get his tooth out. And he's very sad that it won't come out. He thinks he's gonna swallow it. So, context is, he has swallowed his last two that he's lost. So he's had to write a note to the Tooth Fairy. Good night, bud. And so he's very sad, thinking he's going to end up losing and swallowing this tooth instead of actually being able to leave it for the Tooth Fairy. Wow, so his magic does so much more, at least against this boss. Okay, that just seems not fair. But Raymond's got the kill. Won the bout at 150 XP points. Leveled up. Okay, magic endurance bad too. Vigor learned, okay. Luna. Ape Song learned, okay, cool. Ramus. Got 1 HP. Okay. Oh, his range increased by 1. Okay, so he does get a couple other stats besides HP. Interesting. Arr, you kids did it. You slayed the beast and saved my ship. Would you be kind enough to hand over the map? I'll never let this lovely rag out of my grasp again. You're headed for Maribia, aren't you? I insist you sail there with me on the Hispaniola, free of charge. Really? You do that for us? Of course. Without what you did, I wouldn't have a ship to sail. Whatever I can do to help you, I will. I'll take my crew a while to fix the damage, but they'll be done in the morning. By the morning, I'll make sure of that. These buggers are lucky to have jobs after the cowardly display. Har! You ran away too. Get some rest at the dockhouse. I'll have the crew rouse you at daybreak. Skewed only one memory of Tooth Fairy. My stepdad reminded me of looking at my pillow note. Brush my teeth more. One random day I got 5 schmeckles under my pillow. I don't remember you losing most of my teeth. I remember not having both front teeth for a little bit. And I remember the last tooth I lost was actually the first cavity I ever had in like 7th grade. Which I feel like is late to be losing a tooth at like 12, but maybe not. I don't know. What do I know about kids? I keep Zeke alive and entertained. I don't know that I do much more than that. Yo, Lord Borson, long time no see, my friend. I hope you are doing well. I don't remember the Tooth Fairy at all. I remember having an Easter egg full of my teeth that fell out, though. Ooh. Did you hear me? Get to work, and the first one of you who ran away gets to swab the slime off the deck. Busy. That's such a cool heart. I like that. Oh, that's your own, an emote. Nice. I do like that. I like the, Vaporwave. And I've realized, completely random, my, graphics card isn't doing the right stuff anymore. But I uninstalled Armory Crate because it was being stupid and messing with, I use Artist Manager for, fan control, and they were not being nice to each other. So I had to kill, Armory Crate, but now I feel like I gotta put it back on to fix it. Blame Borson. I like it. Tomorrow, Alex. Tomorrow, we're gonna be in the biggest city in the world. What do you think it's like? Will people be friendly? And will they have good fish? You know what's the best part of this, Alex? My dad wouldn't believe it if he saw it. I'm just happy to be leaving this hillbilly haven behind. A person as sophisticated as I am needs the commerce and culture of the city. I also need people who listen to me when I'm speaking. Let's go get some rest, Alex, and a snack, too. Fighting that monster made me hungry. Good idea, Ramus. Oh, we got him on BT TV? Luna, are you okay? I'm sorry, why don't you go on ahead? I'll catch up. Alex, something's up with Luna. You saw the look on her face. Let's talk to her and find out what's wrong. Luna. Alex. I'm not going to Maribia with you, Alex. I'm staying here. No, I need my healer! Luna, I don't understand. Everything you've talked about, everything you've dreamed of, since you were a boy, it's come true, Alex. You're on a great adventure, just like Dime. I always told you that I believed in you. But deep in my heart, I'm not certain I really did. Why else would I be so surprised at what's happening to us, Alex? It's just so unbelievable. You've grown so strong, Alex. Strong enough to venture into the unknown. With nothing but confidence in yourself and your friends. Luna, if I couldn't put all my faith and my trust in you, how can you put yours in me? Because you're my healer. You don't mess with your white mage. My new rating note is catching up though. Enough Twitch slots to use them everywhere. That's a good question. Guy and Carnage, do either of you do any streaming? Just curious. Actually, speaking of Lord Borson, do I follow you? If I do or not. I do not. Alright, I'll fix that. But yeah, Guy and Carnage, if you're still here and don't mind answering, do you guys still do it, or do you guys do any streaming yourselves? I'll totally toss you a follow. Oh, beyond this trip is a burden, Alex. I know you won't admit that, even to yourself. But somewhere deep down, you know it's true. But, Luna, I've made up my mind, Alex. I'll watch you set sail in the morning, and then I'll return to Berg. Yeah, I was just curious, if you did any streaming. Yeah, what Borson said. I'll wait for you there, Alex. I'll always wait for you. No, I need my white mage. Good night, Alex. Luna. Well, that's sad. Hopefully it's not true. Hopefully it's a RPG trope. Trick out. Fake out. Oh, she's legit not on the ship. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Did I turn my phone off? Yes. Are you sure you're going to stay here, Luna? Yes, no. I'm worried about Alex's parents. Oh, I'll still come toss you a follow. What kind of stuff do you like to stream? There you go. Got you a follow. Retro JRPG. Hey, sounds like we'll be good friends. I have to head back and let them know you two are doing fine. I'll miss you, Luna. Not that you asked, but unsolicited advice. Something I did not know. OBS has built-in sound filters to help block out like unwanted white noise. I suggest using it. My first early streams, even with my buddy, like I've got. Can you see it? You know, kind of. Got a blue gutty from a buddy who swapped to just the headset. Actually, still series. And sold it to me pretty cheap. It sounded good, but you could hear like the window unit. I mean, you can hear Zeke still now, I'm sure, but all kinds of just random noises. They're afraid, like, YouTube guys to go that out. I wish someone had told me that a lot earlier. I'll miss you, Luna. It depends on what the game is. No, you have to take care of Alex for me, alright? No problem, Luna. Although, I guess I'm slightly lying to you. I was using OBS for that, but the same app that does the face tracking, NVIDIA Broadcast, also has the sound stuff. It's a little bit easier to set up there. But OBS, like, still, you can find stuff on YouTube to help with that. No problem, Luna. If we get into trouble, I'll just talk us out of it. Alright, Han Solo. Take care of yourself, Alex. Don't do anything too dangerous. No, I don't want her to go. Don't sleep with your feet sticking out from under the covers. You'll catch cold. Don't forget to eat an orange or two on the ship. And don't forget about me. Luna. This mic is actually really good, but I already have that, so I don't use it. Take care, Luna. Remember to tell my dad that I'm not coming back until I've made my first million. Farewell, Luna. I'm confident we'll see each other again. Bye, Luna. So long. See ya. I'll miss you, Alex. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, this one is pretty nice. I like that it also stores itself. I don't like necessarily that it's red when it's muted. But it does work pretty good.
Luna, you have to come with us.
What?
Luna, all the exciting adventures in the world mean nothing if you're not with us. This isn't just my adventure, Luna. It's ours.
Oh, Alex, but what if...
There's no time to think about it. Hurry! Give me your hand. Come on!
Oh, I hope I
Yay!
did everything. It's all so exciting.
That was close. You almost didn't make it, Luna.
Now, our real adventure can finally begin.
And you'll be right here with us, where you belong. I will say, the random voice acting like that still trips me up. I was not expecting it there. Yeah, I guess you're right there, Borson, for sure. Am I even saying that right, Borson? Hope so. Oh, hey, it's a song from the opening movie. And you'll be right here with us, where you belong. Oh, Alex, I don't know about this. What's wrong, Luna? Your face is all red. I'm just trying to catch my breath, that's all. Okay, good. Yay, friends! Yeah, for sure. I knew you would come with us, Luna. I have faith in you. Oh, Alex. So we'll say, I know Act walked away, but I do feel like I'm a bit happier of a streamer that I've taken a break from Thracia. I don't like streaming angry. From what a few people have said, like, you don't see me being angry there, because I guess I hold it in, but I really was. I was getting so frustrated. One time I even, like, ended stream an hour and a half early. Which is kind of sad, considering I only streamed for, like, three and a half hours. Alex, I don't know about you, but I'm getting chilly out here. Want to head below? Let's talk to some people. I lived in Berg once, but now I make my home on the open seas. This is your first time on a ship, huh? How do you like it so far? I love it here. Everything smells like fish. Then you'll love what we're having for dinner tonight. Every kind of fish you can think of. Alex, I'm starting to think we died and went to heaven. Excuse me, sir, but what is that big pole used for? This is a mast, and we attach our sails to it. When the wind blows, it fills up the sails and makes the ship move. Excuse me. Sorry. Simple as that. Excuse me, sir, but what are you doing? What am I doing? Steering the ship. Steering? Does that have anything to do with cats? Fire Emblem Thracia 776. It's the 5th Fire Emblem. Previously I had played through Fire Emblem 4 Genealogy of the Holy War, both Japanese only, until fans translated them. So playing through fan translations, and it's difficult. Genealogy was difficult, but like I I didn't feel overwhelmed, I guess is the word. Thracia seems to add a lot of randomness to a strategy game. And it's one thing like, okay, here's a random reinforcement. They always show up like this turn or this, you cross this spot, they show up in the same spot. At least from what I can tell, the chapter I'm on, they don't show up at the same time. They don't show up in the same spot. They just don't show up in the same place. So like I can't even plan around where they're supposed to be. I just have to get lucky. And it was frustrating. But partly it's because I'm impatient with the time crunch of trying to get it done before having the baby and all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna try to go back to it with a level head. I guess once I finish this. Said about the soap, someone on the ship sells it. Only spoiler or say, but it's for the secret. At least I think the soap's here. My memory is a bit foggy. Oh, you haven't played those in ages too. Gotcha. No, I use this will to control... Oh, I am loving all of the... I know it's childish / cheesy / punny, but I love it. I love that type of humor. It's so much fun. No, I use this will to control the direction in which the ship sails. Wow, what great magic. What is magic but science you don't understand? Yes, we're finally headed to Maribia. One more day. And I wouldn't have had a job when I got there. Now I'm totally set, and I hear the guys in Maribia are the cutest on the entire continent. Who cares about the guys? Tell me about the fish. Man, he's got a thing for fish. Nick Fury! Oh, sorry. But yeah, let's go down, and then we'll start talking that way. Mr. Captain? Good to see you. Let me thank you again for yesterday. I'm still busting my crew's chops over the way they ran away like a bunch of girlies. Sorry I couldn't put you up in first-class cabin, but I didn't have room for you. And I couldn't bump any of me paying customers. After all them bloomin' repair costs, I needed the money. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I only save your ship and your business and your livelihood. I've seen you kids walking all over the ship. Are you nervous? Because you shouldn't be. Despite the damage that monster did, you'll never find a stronger ship than the Hispaniola. It's not that, it's because this is the first time we've ever been on a ship. I see. Yeah, I really am, like, loving all of the sprite work and all that. Like, it's so charming. It's almost like I'm playing a SNES game, honestly. And I guess Sega Saturn was SNES era? So I guess that actually makes sense. But with anime cutscenes. SNES, but anime cutscenes. I'm really liking it. Really digging it. Hey, the captain was telling me about you kids. You got back to the sea shark and killed the monster. I didn't think there were any brave kids left in the world. So, another swig here. Man, I'm nervous. This was my first trip as a crewman on the Hispaniola. I've been put in charge of hoisting and lowering the sails. Do you know how important that is? I thought I'd be chief deck swabber or something. I'm not ready for this much responsibility. Don't be such a chicken, man. You don't want to end up walking the plank, do you? Excuse me, thank you. Wait, did I talk to him? This is the captain quarters back there. I don't know if he's asleep or not, but I wouldn't take any chances. I did not talk to him. This is the first class cabin. In other words, why don't you go play somewhere else, brats? We're just taking a look around the ship. Jeez. Yeah, jeez indeed. Almost done. Just have to change the bed sheets and... Oh, I'm sorry. Is this your room? No, we're in second class. This is the first time on a ship. We're going to Maribia. Maribia, you children are much too young to be going to an awful place like that all by yourselves. You're just joking with me, aren't you? I bet your parents are on board. Nope. No parents. We're all by ourselves. Master Mel has a daughter named Jessica. She's an absolute fox. I hear she's also one of the strongest chicks in Maribia, so I've been working out. Would you like to fill my abs? From what you're saying, I think you're a bit misguided. Yeah, I don't want to touch your abs. I'm headed for Mel's mansion as soon as we reach Maribia, but I hear he's a really scary guy, and I doubt he has the time to meet with people who just walk in off the street. You've never been to the continent. There are so many places to explore. The sprawling burg of Maribia, led by the legendary pirate Hail Mel. Fane, the magic city floating high above Athena's shrine. Nanza, a mountain outpost bridging the Katrina and Mary's zones. There's no limit to the adventures one can experience there. And we're going to visit all of those places, aren't we? Of course, no. Welcome to the Hispaniola souvenir shop. I'm fresh out of ships in a bottle, so don't ask. Oh, my man. Do I get a pirate sword? Ah, this is soap. Alright, so you said to buy as many as I could. Oh, come on. 2, 3. Man, I might be able to sell enough to get that, but I'm not going to. So we'll have to just deal with me. It's okay if I don't get everything on a first playthrough. As much as I like this, I'll probably come back and revisit it. Thank you so much. Be sure to come back when I have me rubber peg legs in stock. Hey, how you doing? I saw you kids handled that monster. Hard to believe you're mere children instead of trained soldiers. If you ever need work, I'll hire you on as my bodyguards. Anyway, the captain tells me this is your first visit to Maribia. True? You'll have the time of your lives. As long as there's plenty of food to eat, I'll be happy. Alex, I don't think I've ever been so happy. We're on a fantastic adventure, and we're gonna be filthy stinking rich. See? If I'd listened to my dad and stayed home, none of this would have happened. Before you sell the diamond that Ramus keeps rambling about, I think you should meet with Master Mel. Mel, sounds familiar. I got 3. I went ahead and got 3. Gotta do some chores, eh? Story of everyone's life. Chores never leave. Mel sounds familiar. As well he should. Mel is one of the 4 heroes and the governor of Maribia. Mel is a very friendly place. He might even be able to put up with your attitude. I mean, I like his magic, but this guy's getting on my nerves. Those yoga mats? That's what that looks like. Alex has grown up so much since we set out from Berg. When we left, he was just a boy. And on the outside, he still is. But he's changed somehow inside. This is all happening so very suddenly. I wish I could understand these feelings. You can be in love with me, it's okay. Kinda feels like, that's what's supposed to happen here. Yes, children, it's me. After you so thoroughly humiliated me, I decided to give up gambling for good. I returned most of the money I've won over the years and stole onto the ship. Plan to get an honest job and make an honest living. Like, we're gonna take you seriously, Brett. Yeah, for real. Can I open this? Look up. Unbelievable. You've heard about the gambler named Brett, haven't you? He's trying to tell the captain that he doesn't have the money to pay for his ticket. What a crock. Like that guy doesn't have enough cash to buy his own ship by now. Alright, so that's all the NPCs. I've loved the sea since I was a wee lad. My dear departed mom always said I'd be a sailor. Only wish she'd been around to see me plunk down the gold to buy the sweet vessel. Excuse me. Thank you. Alex is too nice. He won't steal from the ship. I guess. He is a good boy, it seems like. Okay. I thought I talked to everybody. Excuse me. Hey, Alex, do you think I could see Maribia if I climbed up the mast? Hey, don't worry. We'll arrive in Maribia before I know it. You should get some sleep. What the captain says is true. You kids won't be getting any rest for quite a while. Okay, that's fair. Excuse me. Excuse me. Final Fantasy 1 flashbacks. Go away. Oh, okay. I can go around that. And I'm still getting used to, like, the spacing on, like, oh, I can fit right here. Now I feel dumb. Also, the story of my life. No, like, I need to change my pair of glasses. I feel like my eyes. At least if they fall down, like, all you see is the top of them. Oh, well. So that is our bed. Let's just go to bed. Oh, is that the first class? Because those look like the first class. What's the matter, Luna? You look awful. Do you have to hurl on deck? I do feel seasick now that you mention it. I think I'm going to lie down before I get any worse. Besides, I want to be ready when we arrive in Maribia. I can't wait, and I still can't believe we're really doing this. Never sleeps. Luna? What? Huh? Hey, where's Luna? Alex, where'd she go? Let's go find her, Alex. There are only so many places on the ship she can be. Alex, what are you doing awake? Feeling nervous? I can't say I'm surprised. Makes you feel better. I was also a bit nervous the first time I went to Maribia. You realize, of course, I'll strike you dead with thunder magic if you tell anyone. Go up top. Well, actually, let's go check. I doubt she's down here, but gotta be thorough. Okay. In the crow's nest, huh? Luna.
Wishing on a dream that seems far off, hoping it will come today. Into the starlit night, foolish dreamers turn their gaze, waiting on a shooting star. But what if that star is not to come? Will their dreams fade to nothing when the horizon darkens most? We all need to believe there is hope. Is an angel watching closely over me? Can there be a guiding light I've yet to see? I know my heart should guide me, but there's a hole within my soul. What will fill this emptiness inside of me? Am I to be satisfied without knowing? I wish then for a chance to see now all I need is my star to
Not bad, not bad. Hey, Luna, what are you... Oh yeah, why I don't like the PSP one, they changed the song so it felt so wrong, some kind of rights to the song, so they had to make a new song for this part. Happy playing the version I played. This confirms it, this was my first RPG, and that part blew away my kid mind. Gotcha. This was your first RPG. Nice. Or JRPG. Nice. I think Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars was the first one. I mean, I played a little bit of FF1, Final Fantasy 1 with my brothers. Mostly I watched them, but like Mario RPG is the first one I played. But I've wanted to play this since I was a kid. Hey, Luna, what are you? Shh. Kind of lame they couldn't have the same song. Dragon Warrior 1. That's a Dragon Quest one, right? Or is that a different series? Didn't they start over here as Dragon Warrior or something? Alex, no, how long are you two going to sleep? We're only a few miles away from Arabia. It's time to wake up and get some sunshine. Gotcha. Luna, I hope your nose is a snooze button, because I'm about to jab it. Oh geez, she's mad. So I'm a big, my Twitch name is my Final Fantasy 14 character's name. I do stream it occasionally, not much, but, when the Heavensward expansion came out, one of the items you got was a wind-up cane. I forget what the other two items you got were, I could look it up, but the note that they sent you, that the dev sent you, I don't know what it said in Japanese, probably something else, but our localization team, or the localization team, for you to remember a time when 4 was 2 and 2 was 4. I just love that. I think it's one of the few, like, messages or mogmails in that game I still haven't deleted just because I thought it was so cool. Also, it's still so weird that they really thought... And granted, actually, to this day, I still haven't played 2 and 3, so I guess I didn't think entirely wrong. That the other games wouldn't do well here, when I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy 1 did better here than they did in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there. But I thought it was really, really popular here. Probably due to the fact that it used, like... if not exactly, a very similar spell system as, what was it, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, whatever was out at the time in the 80s. The actual, like, spell slot mechanic instead of magic points. Oh, no, quit your moaning and get up, stumble button. I sure am glad you woke me up, Luna. I was having a nightmare about a bunch of half-dressed servant girls hand-feeding me fish. Excuse me for thinking you wanted to wake up sometime this year. So Final Fantasy is probably one of my favorite series. I've played through 1, no, I never finished 4. Even Kid Me, who did not mind grinding, did not like the last, let's just say, dungeon, to avoid spoilers. Every fight felt like a mini-boss, and I was just tired of it, so I never finished, which is dumb. I want to finish it. Finished 5, didn't get to finish 6. Basically, the PS1 version, Final Fantasy Anthology, I took 5, because I had played on an emulator that my brother had that really sucked. I played 5 there, so I wanted to finish 5. I gave him, he's 11 years older, so I gave him the disc for 6. So he played through 6 again, I played through 5, and then when I got it back, he had scratched it, and so it died. The game died like halfway through. I remember something about a ruined tower or something. So now I got to finish that. So, but I finished 7, 9, 10, 10-2, 13, 13-2, 15. Really? So I played 7 a bunch. I've played 13 a few times. I'm actually due for a replay. I love 13. I didn't finish 3 either. I don't like time mechanics in a game. I've been told I need to get over myself and play Majora's Mask. I still haven't. But yeah, I need to finish 4 and I need to finish 6. I've started 6 a few times as an adult and just for whatever reason never finished. I like it. That's the thing. Like some games, like you stop playing because like you didn't like it. That wasn't the case. I don't know why I haven't. I've heard the Star Oceans are good. I've not played those. We're in Maribia, Alex. We're really in Maribia. Give me a big juicy pinch, because I have to be dreaming. Let's see my dad yell at me when I come home with a sack full of silver. I think Remus is a little overwhelmed right now. Are you excited too, Alex? You don't have to be calm. It's okay to let go of your emotions once in a while. The parts of it I've played, I feel like they're still pretty good, but it's real funny is I got Final Fantasy Chronicles, which is Final Fantasy IV and Chrono Trigger. I got it for Final Fantasy IV to play, and then I was like, you know what, this guy looks like Goku. Let's just try that out first, and then fell in love with my favorite game of all time now. Hang on one second. What's going on my Discord was like blowing up there? Let's go right with that. Why don't you calm down? Maribia isn't going anywhere. Why are you so restless, Nash? You're just as worked up as the rest of us. So that I can report to Rope. Because everyone knows you think more clearly when your heart is pumping. I'm trying to make myself finish the remaster of Cross. I really think I would have liked it more if they had not tried to make it a sequel. I mean, it was another game that came on a two-sided disc thingy. And so I was like, man, it's a sequel. It's awesome. And then like, certain people died, and certain of stuff happened, and combat is weird, and so I just stopped. I'm trying to make myself play through, because the game itself, like, the story seems interesting. And I've heard when it finally gets to being a sequel, it's awesome. I haven't. Kind of goes the same as Secret of Mana and Secret of Evermore. Secret of Mana is one I need to finish. That one I know why I stopped. I started playing it on the SNES Classic, and I was using save states and messed up and like wiped out 3 hours of work and then never went back. I do less JRPG and more ... other stuff. Intriguing. I'll say that. I'll say intrigue. Let's talk to the captain. Our voyage ends when we reach Maribia, but yours is starting. I've sailed every sea in this world, and let me tell you, there are always new adventures to be found. Ouch. Oh yeah, the save state. Yeah, I was mad at myself. I didn't know what the save state actually... I didn't know how to use it on the SNES Classic. I was about to say I don't know what save states were. That's not true. I did, but... Wow! It's even more magnificent than I imagined, Alex. Wow, that's big.
Look at all the ships! And the huge town! Maribia is even more splendid than I imagined.
I really like the soundtrack to Secret of Mana too. Gosh, I talked to every NPC in the last towns we went to, but this looks like it'll take me forever to do that. But also, I kind of want to like know what they have to say. Well, it's been fun, but I have to do I have some business to attend to. I'll be in Maribia for a while. If you need to find me here, I'm usually speaking to my fellow mages on Black Rose Street. So long then. The Breath of Fire 3. Did I play any of that one? I think I played a little bit of that one. I've heard those are good games too. Thousand Arms, didn't play. Twisted Metals, I don't think I've played those either. Excuse me. At last, we're finally in Maribia. I'm going to find a shop and sell the diamond. See you later. We're gonna be rich, Alex. Filthy, stinking rich. Gotcha. I think I'm almost as excited as he is. Come on, Alex, let's look around. One of the 4 heroes, Master Mel, lives in the city. You want to see him, don't you, Alex? Definitely. I do like that Alex isn't a silent protagonist. Like, he acts like it most of the time, it looks like, but he does talk. And I like that. One of Maribia's most wonderful conveniences is its sewer system. It'll take indoors... I'll take indoors over outhouses any day, you know. But I hear rumors that the waste has attracted vile creatures. Do you think it's true? Uh-oh, poop monsters. Poop monsters! I'm scared. They got drunk? Coming through, old man. Lovely scent, by the way. Is that... Oh, to show... I can't even do... Eau de cheap whiskey? Sir, you'll catch a cold if you sleep out here. Shut up. This is the city of freedom, and I can do what I want. Stop pretty girls, drink till I can't see straight, you name it. I love this place. Yeah, he seems like a real class act. Good old food monsters. What did I walk into? Actually, didn't mean to walk in here, but... Oh, we got bunny girls. Alright. I was afraid there wouldn't be bunny girls. Oh my, what a handsome young man. Sit down and let me tell you all about the special items on the menu. We're not hungry for what you're serving. Let's go, Alex. Someone's jealous. She doesn't know how to put her feelings into words, but she knows something. Hi, how may I help you? So this is your first time in Maribia? Yeah, we get a lot of wide-eyed newcomers in here. Have you gone to see Master Mel yet? He's one of our city's most popular tourist attractions. Even when his wife passed away a few years ago, he stayed as friendly as ever. Everyone loves that man. I just don't know how he has the time to govern our city and take care of his only child, Jessica. Yeah, there are definitely some parts of this that are outdated, for sure. Welcome to the Seagull Tavern, the home of the finest ale, freshest food. I'm very, very bad with my voices, worse than usual. I cannot seem to pick a voice for a age group or whatever you want to say. Freshest food and friendliest folk in Maribia. What's that? How can I run this kind of business under Master Mel's rule? I can run this business because of Master Mel. He protects every man's right to be drunk and sexist. Oh, well, at least they admit it. Yeah, he must have gotten plastered and kicked out. Hey there, do you guys want to sing with me? Great. Okay, I'll go first. That was wonderful. You have a beautiful voice. Thank you so much. I'm just grateful to the goddess Athena for blessing me with the gift of song. I must admit, she's pretty good, but she ain't no Luna. GG's in the chat, boys. GG in the chat. Here we go, boys. Yeehaw! Looks like I'll beat you again. Let me tell you, it's hard to make winning look this easy. Oh, he started again. Man, what's going on here? This guy with the headband never loses. I even drank 8 beers before we dealt the first hand. 8's my lucky number. I don't even know how to do a a good drunk voice. I'm not gonna try the actual hiccups. This is a bunch of crud. Crud, I say. This guy's won every single hand. Either he's cheating or he's the luckiest dog I've ever had the misfortune of playing cards with. Oh, he's cheating with cards now, huh? Alright. Alright, so I guess I should ask you guys. Is it fun to watch me sit and talk to every single NPC? I admit, in most RPGs, I don't actually do that. And I just got a feeling there's a lot here. I will gladly do it if it's fun for you guys. If not, I'm just gonna go to the item shops, I think. Or talk to interesting looking NPCs. Oh, I don't have any money. Or much money. Fire cannon casts fireballs. Okay. It's kind of cool. See about some armor. Okay, cool. So that's not boring. Then we'll go explore. Let's find a good spot to like start with. Let's go back to where we were. That's a good spot to start with. So I can kind of do a grid by grid kind of thing. Oh, can I just not go in? Or am I just missing? Oh, I just can't go there. Okay. I've really got to stop using the stick. Master Mel used to wield a huge axe with only one hand. It was very impressive, to say the least. They say he was absolutely fearless on the field of battle. I cannot walk straight into it, though. Come on, man. You're better than this. See, I talked to that lady, I think. Maribia attracts traders from around the world. They flock here to buy and sell their wares, ranging from common to extremely rare. Is that right? I wonder if we can find a nice present for your parents, Alex. And I found that some places, like, you can interact with some stuff. I've got to keep a track on time, because this game is so fun, I don't really notice time passing. In Maribia, humans and beastmen work side by side. This is the first place I've ever lived, where I haven't been affected by prejudice or stereotypical thinking. Oh, so you're a beastman, huh? Hang on, look at me. Wish everyone was open-minded. Oh, do I need to talk to everyone twice? Ooh. That's just my wife, okay. That sounded terrible. She sends me random TikTok videos all the time. And that's what it is. Not an actual text. I wish everyone in our world was as open-minded as Merivians. Dougie. Ooh, from the village of Berg? You know I have a daughter in Berg. When you go back there, could you tell her that I miss her? I haven't heard from her in the longest time. We know that woman. She said not to worry and that she's doing fine. Oh, you know her? I'm so glad to hear she's doing alright. I am indebted to Althena for answering my prayers. I don't even know what woman he was talking about and all. Jessica is the only child of Mel. Her mother died when Jess was very young, so I heard. Mel dotes on his daughter, and she loves him too. They really do have a very special relationship. Jessica is quite a tomboy. Her mother was so mild-mannered, but I guess her father's side, well, no. She's so much like he was in the early days. Thanks, Grandma. Kitty cat. No, doggy, no. I didn't get stuck. Hornless. The ginger ale is not cold, it's not very tasty. Put that back in the fridge later. Okay, we got a coffee shop. 1 second. Alright, sorry. You folks are new to our fair city, aren't you? Well, you've come to the best store in Maribia. Ooh, do they got the magic thingies? Oh no. I got really excited there. Oh, I forgot I had a couple of those. That's actually really nice to know. That I can buy those. I might actually farm a few of those. Are you staying here for a while? Please stop in again. My shop is always open. Alright, so I've already been to the weapon shop. We'll talk to the kiddos. I am Dragon Master Dine. Taste the cold steel of my blade. Ow! Hey, didn't your mom ever teach you not to run with sharp objects? We'll put your eye out. There you are, foul monster. I, the mighty Hell Mel, will punch your lights out. Ouch, what are you doing? I'm not a monster, but I'm gonna bite your little... Don't be silly, no. He's just a cute little boy. Oh, yeah, nothing cuter than a fish-shaped bruise on your tummy. We're playing with the 4 heroes, but we don't have a galleon. Will you be galleon for us? Sorry, kid. Alex only plays as Dragon Master Dime. This town song is kind of banging. I like it. White, red, blue, black. These are the 4 dragons, the legendary protectors of Goddess Althena. Excuse me. But a legend is all I believe it to be, a fairy tale made up to placate the masses. It's not make-believe. We met with the white dragon at Calder Island. Oh, really? Did you say hi to the Tooth Fairy while you were there? Hey, relevant to the earlier conversation. I want to see a dragon, but my mom and dad said there aren't any. 7th Saga. Never heard of that one. I've at least heard of some of the other ones you mentioned, but I haven't heard of that one. They're wrong, aren't they? I know in my heart the dragons are real. Really? Are you sure? Of course. We met with Quark, the white dragon. I knew it. Yay! Will you take me to meet Quark someday? Pretty please. That's awesome, guy. I like the way she sells a thing that helps people teleport out of a dungeon. It would blow my mind if that was the thing. Go to work, shift over, teleport back home. Also, sad face that you think your workplace is a dungeon. Like, think you're losing your touch in reality again. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. The little girl keeps rambling on about wanting to see a dragon. I tell her they don't exist, but what if they do? It's too terrible to even think about. Yeah, my last job, I would have totally considered a dungeon. It sucked. I travel from my village to Meribia once a month to do some shopping. Have you come here to shop too? Actually, no. Well, if you have money with you, be careful. There are some seedy types around here. That's why I recommend Meridian Express Traveler's Checks. Don't leave home without them. So now we've got 90s era TV commercials in game. Nice. It had 7 characters to choose as a main in the story, along with the way you explore the world differed based on which one you chose. And you're racing against the other 6 to find the runes of power. Interesting. I was about to say until the last sentence that it was kind of like Octopath Traveler, but no, that's very different. That looks like a way outside or to a kingdom or something. I'm gonna talk to this guy. This grand structure is the residence of Master Mel. He deserves only the finest. Mel has an open-door policy, so the citizens of Meribia may come and go as they please. Why don't you come inside and take a look? I guarantee you'll be impressed. I wonder if Mel is inside. Let's go finish talking to NPCs first. Yeah, that does sound pretty cool. Hi, you know, if you walk to the west of town, you'll end up on Black Rose Street. A lot of magicians live there. Isn't that where Nash said he was going, Alex? We should check it out. Music changed. I don't feel like this is a trap. Plus we haven't saved in a while, so let's just do it. Oh, in an hour, jeez. Nope. Alright. Wonder why the music changed for a storage room. Oh, it's just this whole building, okay. I heard a lot of bad things about this place, but I decided to come check it out for myself. And you know what, the owner does seem a little shady, but maybe I'm just being paranoid. Hey, Alex, I'm talking to this guy about buying the diamond. He's trying to lowball us on the price, but don't worry. If I can negotiate with Park, I can negotiate with anybody. Why don't you go visit Master Mel while I close the deal? And don't forget about Nash on our Black Rose Street. Oh gosh, he's gonna end up, like, not getting any money. Hi there, please be patient with me. It's my first day on the job, and I just moved here from state. I'm really overwhelmed. Safe, that's the name of the place. Yeah, you would occasionally run into the other in town. One of them will join you as a secondary if they liked you enough. The runes were actual items you could use in battle that considerably made you stronger. If you fought and lost against one of the others, they would take your runes, and, well, I hope you saved recently because getting them back was near impossible if you couldn't win with them. Oh yeah, that sounds interesting. Welcome to my store. Whether you're looking for glass beads or stunning diamonds, you'll find them here. Hello there, young man. Are you shopping for a present for a lady friend? Of course you are. A handsome lad like you must have plenty of ladies. So tell me what kind of budget you're on, and I'll tell you why you need to increase it. We didn't come here to shop. We came here to sell you our dragon diamond. Luna, you look pale again. Are you sure you feel okay? I'm fine. No, just nervous about how much we'll get for the diamond, that's all. Alex, it's going to be a while before I get the price I want. Have you met with Master Mill? Why don't you go and say hello while I break this guy down? He's gonna get robbed. Oh, I hope he doesn't die. I really still feel like he's not a permanent member, but maybe I'm just imagining that. Ross the jeweler isn't from Maribia, but he set up a shop here nonetheless. I don't think he's a very reputable guy. In fact, in all honesty, I think he's a crook. The next time someone has trouble with him, I think Master Mel will take care of it. Is Remus going to be okay? I'm worried about him. Good question. If you're going on an adventure, you're gonna need solid armor. Now, what can I help you with? Alright, leather armor I've already got. Iron armor, fortified metal. Ooh. Heavy and easily tinted. Well, I can't afford all of it. Let's see what you can use. Yeah, I gotta say, there's one thing that is gonna be a little annoying. Is that, like, I have to take away items to do shopping. Actually, I guess I don't have to for you. Nope. What am I doing here? Buying soap makes you poor. Yeah. I imagine once I get to a place where I can fight, I can grind a little bit and come back and buy what I don't have. Take away my scarf. That was the only thing she can get. And then, what's called them dying. Alex can get armor. I played with most of the characters. The Viking could take a shortcut underground across the world near the beginning, which was rough, as there were harder. That's where the harder enemies were. Favorite was the alien dude. I couldn't wear equipment, but it had much stronger base stats to counter. Power room doubled your strength stats when you activated that in battle. You were very much stronger. I'm adding words to that. Than most other characters that depended more on equipment. Plus, you didn't have to farm monies nearly as much. Yeah, that does seem pretty interesting. Sounds like the completionist in me may not like it, because I'd have to play it all 7 times. Nope, can't get enough of that. Alright, well, we got a little bit at least. Get some of these houses to go into still. No one's here. Keep hearing something weird, but I guess it's nothing. What? It's locked, Alex. I wonder what's inside. So many of those. Have you heard of Vane? My brother is studying magic up there. I want him to come back home. You'll have to study magic to become a dragon master, Alex. Okay, seriously. I don't know what that is. I mean, it almost sounds like a dog barking. But I don't know what it is. Could be my fans ramping up a tiny bit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and crank them up so they stay consistent. Storyline matches up once you get all 7 runes. As time travel happens and they converge. The map changes. That's when it gets really rough and the game is funniest before that point. That's locked. That's also locked. I've talked to them. Anyone else to talk to before we... Ooh, a weapon. Wait, I've already been to one weapon shop. This is gonna have more weapons. Welcome, traveler. You come to the right shop. What can I do for you today? Ooh, this guy's a sword guy. Adventurer's blade, longsword, broadsword. Wide and wicked. Adventurer's blade, length does matter. Wide and wicked. Poison darts, small bow, battle bow. Holy crap. Yeah, we're buying that for her. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, we're buying that for her. One thing I've liked so far is that she doesn't... Sure, she doesn't do as much damage as Ramus and Alex. But I like that, like, she was still able to kill things by herself. Excuse me, but where am I? I came here from land to see Hell Mel, and I'm lost. Is that in-game? Do y'all hear, like, a dog barking? I almost wonder if that's what that was. Beastmen are usually able to smell their own kind, but the scents in this place are overwhelming. Warehouses in Meribia are filled with valuables which are bought and sold by the merchants. Before Master Mel took over the town, we were the constant target of thieves and pirates. I'd be tempted to leave and go grind, but now let's do the story stuff and get my party members back. The people of Black Rose Street have the audacity to call it a slice of Vane on Earth. But this place is nothing like Vane, it's just a small street in a sprawling metropolis. The real Vane is the home of our world's magic knowledge, not to mention both Galleon and Lemia. May Althena have mercy! That's the strangest pet I've ever seen. What kind of creature is that? I'm not a pet, old man, and I don't like the way you say creature. May Althena strike me dead. The critter understands the language of humans. Weird game on PS1 you found was Battle Hunter. Kind of like a tactics RPG, your custom character and 3 other random NPCs hunt treasures. You avoid random robot NPCs. Whoever gets big loot. Race to the end while a boss chases you and 3 other NPCs to try to get loot. Huh. Interesting. I like to describe Black Rose Street as a compact version of Vane's Magic Guild, without the elitist attitude. Not to mention the altitude. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Let's see what you got. Ooh, can I get some mana thingies? I can't. Oh, they are $1,000 a piece? Oof. I wonder how much money the enemies close by give you. Remember that we have an exclusive on the Starlight. You can't buy it anywhere else outside of Vane. I wonder if it's cheaper in Vane. There's a new fortune-telling shop on Black Rose Street. It's being run by a magician from Vane. I heard that she's very good at peering into the future and that she's very hot. Alex, why don't we ask her about the dragons? Maybe she'll know something. I don't want to get yelled at by Luna again. Black Rose Street is a place where the people of the ground can interact with the magicians of the sky. It's a doorway through which the common man can glimpse the power of Vane. If you ever have a question related to magic, come here and you will find the answer. Yeah, super rare thing is as much as soap. My insignificant store is blessed 1,000 times over by your wondrous presence. I have a selection of many fantastic and wonderful magical items for sale. My first item is the magic toothbrush. It scrubs your teeth while you sleep and leaves them bright, not just white. I can tell you want one. You need one. Can I get it, Alex? It sounds like it would be kind of fun. No, are you too lazy to clean your own teeth now? No brush for you. I knew she'd say no. But your fault when I contract gingivitis, Luna. I like their interactions with each other. Boo-hoo-hoo. This is absolutely horrible. This is the tragedy of all tragedies. I can't find my magic wig. I refuse to set foot outside this house until I once again have my natural-looking head of fake hair. Alright. Most of the people who live on Black Rose Street learn to use magic in vain. Almost everyone you will meet here has a degree from the Magic Guild, myself included. We were chosen to come here because our particular skills are suited to the world of the ground dwellers. Let's go in here just to see if we see his wig. Nope. Nope, nope. Ooh, another sword shop. You need a form for the guild. You mean the Magic Guild? Yes, talk to the head priest at the shrine. Which shrine is that? The one for she who made our world. Athena? You mean Athena's shrine? Why does the leader of Athena's shrine have forms for the Magic Guild? I specialize in using magic to predict upcoming weather conditions. Farmers and fishermen are especially interested in my forecasts, for obvious reasons. It's far beyond my abilities to actually change the weather, of course. Such powers probably only within the grasp of magicians like Limia and Gallian. My most popular items these days is Fire Cane. Use it as a tool or use its fireball magic. Imagine Nash can use that. Oh my, are you lost, cat? You'll be a nice home. Quite a nice home at the bottom of my stomach. Hey, I've heard that voice somewhere before. I remember now, it's the old hag from Calder Island. Isle gave us the water cane. Oh, do you know my sister? Is she still living out in the middle of nowhere, all by herself? I wish she'd come back to Black Rose Street to live with me again. But she said she loved the peace and quiet. Excuse me, sorry. She loved the peace and quiet of the woods. Bah! She's just too stubborn to admit she misses me. You want to go on an adventure like Dragon Master Dine and you don't have any magic skills? Don't make me laugh. Dine was using incredible magic when he was half your age. Alex can't use magic, but he can use a sword and play the ocarina. He's practiced hard to master them, and I know he can master magic too. Forgot how neat the shops are, yeah. How many neat shops, wow. I can't read. Welcome, young adventurers. We sell armor for magicians, that's all, nothing else. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight a lot to get some stuff. Lightwood armor is a must for any safety-conscious magician. It's hard to focus on chanting spells when you're out of breath with the heavy armor you're wearing. You, boy, I can tell you're quite the skilled magician. You might not have deduced it from my appearance, but I've been using magic since I was a child. Alas, the only spell I can cast is the one to stop sneezing. But I also have a powerful sense for the magical ability of others. But Alex can't use magic. Maybe I've got great potential. You have the dragon ring. Work would only give that to the person who passed his trial. That seems to be you. The ring is proof that you have the qualities of a dragon master. I heard the diamond word as well. Personally, I thought the dragon diamond was a lot more impressive. Playing games like this to use an emote before I chat to show me it's chatting. I don't follow, I admit. And that's what happened. I still haven't determined if singing is the key, but I have a strong suspicion that it is. Nash, your friends have come. Alex, Luna, did you think to knock before entering?
seem to have guests, but I welcome those pursuing knowledge, as always. For you see, I am a student of knowledge, past, present, and future. I can foretell many things in the future. So, let's see your future. That's why you came to me today, isn't it?
I do like that heart. For a half a second, I thought the emote was like Katara. But yeah, that's not Katara. We really didn't come to learn anything in particular. We were trying to find Nash. Oh, really? From what I glimpsed of your future child, you need my services quite desperate. Hang on one second. Alexa, turn off game room. So many of the questions you have about yourself are ones that I could answer. And you, Alex, you seek to become the greatest hero our world has ever known. But you are too humble to be a dragon master. You are unwilling to choose power and glory, or friends and family. This will be your undoing. So what's my fortune, lady? Licking your paws and coughing up hairballs, cat. It is an insult to think I would waste my energy looking to the future of a rodent. I'm not a cat. Alex, Luna, have you finished your tour of the city? Having lived in the desolation of Calder Island, you must be completely overwhelmed. I'm sure you'll adjust in no time. In time, and if you don't, I'll be that much more amused. Nash, what were you asking the fortune teller about? Hoping she might know a spell to cure bad hair days. You rude little rodent. In fact, I asked her, well, it's none of your business anyway, is it? Ooh, I know what it is. You asked her to see if there's a woman in your future. Nash wants a girlfriend. Good luck, Tiger. Yeah, you couldn't get away with some of these jokes these days. They're still hilarious to me, though. They're like dressed all fancy with like a little scarf around her. Yeah, fancy dress. Alright, so now let's go back over here, save in front of Hell Mel's mansion thingy. Let me go see what the heck happens to Ramus. One second. So now the buddy I'm going to lunch with for my birthday is asking if I watched the new episode of Obi-Wan, and no, I have not. I think Ms. Marvel came out today too, didn't it? I haven't watched the last two episodes because I was waiting for Rachel to watch the first two. We'd watch the next ones together, but I don't think she's actually interested in Obi-Wan. Orville. That name sounds familiar, but I can't place why I think I know it. Welcome to the entrance hall of Master Mel's mansion. Mel is the Grand Ruler of Meribia. Feel free to explore the mansion and don't be shy to see Mel. He loves to talk. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the mansion of Master Mel. Mel is friendly, but don't be rude. He finds rudeness intolerable. This is Mel's conference room. The master's door is open to all. Go on inside. Alright, let's go ahead and do it. Ooh, that was a loud door.
I'm Melody Alkirk, Governor of Meribia. Since you're new here, I'll warn ya. If you dare to make any sort of trouble in my town, I'll pop your tiny little heads off your twiggy little necks and mount them on me trophy wall.
Seth MacFarlane, Star Trek. Although this guy's got jokes. Ah! You scared the heck out of me, old man. I thought my heart was gonna pop. Don't be scared. I'm just fooling with you. Now then, what brings you to see me? Alex is going to become the next Dragon Master, Master Mel. So he came to pay his respects to one of the 4 heroes. I see. We have a future Dragon Master in our midst. Ho, that's rich. I like a lad with ambition. There aren't enough of you around anymore. So, Alex, let's find out how serious you are. What? Alex, you're gonna be smushed like a grape. Then we'll have some wine. I like this guy. Blue, what's up, my man? How's it going? I'm taking a break from Thracia, as you can see. He's getting really frustrated with it, so taking a break, playing a game I've always wanted to play, and here we are. I hope you are doing well. How is it going? Blue, you know the Actuist, right? I think he's starting Tellius over the weekend. I'm excited to see someone start Path of Radiance. So is that a baby shark? Hog bones. Frustrations and Yggdrasil. Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. Yoshi and Juice both kind of encouraged me to take a break. And I'm like, you know what? I just got a copy of Lunar Silver Star Story complete. I'm going to play that instead. And so far, I love this. This game is so much fun right now. If you see a weakness in my defense, take advantage of it. Don't go easy on me, lad, because I won't go easy on you. I don't know where that inspiration for that voice came from, but I like it. So I could do that 5 times, or I could do that 3 times. The tail end of your transfers run, huh? Who are you trying to do transfers for, Blue? I really meant to heal. It's a dead man's party! I actually was wondering if I could even win this fight. Practically the same team you had last time. Not bad, Alex. You need more training, but you have plenty of potential. Potential? Alex already met with Quark and passed the first dragon trial. Quark, eh? Well done, lad. You might well be the next Dragon Master after all. But I'll still be able to kick your scurvy hide. Placing your true blades. Aww. Oh, okay. You still got Stefan. Okay, I can handle that. You know, lad, I've got a daughter not much older than you. Your daughter's name is Jessica, isn't it? Right, the girl's got a heart of gold and a soul to match. So you're saying she's adopted? I both love and hate Null so far. What's that? Nothing at all. She's at Athena's shrine learning to be a priestess, and she'll be a great one. You should meet her sometime. I think she'd like you as much as I do. But you're gonna have to grow up before I let you marry her, lad. I don't know, Alex. I think she'd be just as scary as her father. You don't have to train more units, that's fair. If you're going to be a dragon master, lad, you have to meet all the dragons. I don't know much about where to find them, but my good friend Galleon would. He lives in Vane. It made my day, lad. I was starting to think that I might be the last brave man left in the world. Okay, I like this voice I'm doing for him, but it hurts my throat. I wish you good fortune on your journeys, Alex. I could tell you as much as the sea is what you'd ever want to know. But all I can tell you about dragons is that their breath is awful. You'll need to talk to my friend Galleon, who lives in Vane. Later, Borson. I hope you have a good one. Appreciate you hanging out. Man, I love the emote colors. I really do. Yeah, take care. I hope you have a good one. Alright, so crazy voice done. Play Borson. You may pass, but please be quiet. Both Mel and Jessica's bedrooms are located upstairs. Did you hear that, no? Hear what? You're going to have to speak up. I don't know how Alex puts up with you. This cute boy and his monster. I'm not a monster, but I can bite like one. Stuffed animals that aren't creepy bears. This door's locked tighter than a treatment building in South Central. Is that a, big city joke? When Jessica was here, this was a dream job, and now I'm forced to ogle the maids all day. She can't go back from that cursed shrine soon enough. People accuse Jessica of being spoiled, but she always has con words for the guards. The way we'll get through this door is with a battering ram or a credit card. Step it up, maggots. You're a disgrace to your parents and your city. You make me want to puke. Wah, hiya! If I make it through training, I'll fulfill my dream. Becoming a soldier? No, man. Sneaking into Jessica at the Ocrix room and rummaging through her underwear drawer. Don't ask, don't tell. Oh my gosh. My sparring partner's been talking about working for Jessica all day, and I keep slipping up and all the drool comes out of his mouth. That's not fair. War is hell. Come on, wimps. Doesn't anyone have the guts to challenge me? What about Alex here? Wait, aren't you the kid who fought Master Mel? Oh, ouch, ingrown shadow. Man, that stings. Maybe we could fight some other time. Yeah, sure. I don't think the soldier gig is for me, man. I'm sticking to living in my parents' basement. Yeah, it was a different time. Get out of my way, I gotta beat the tar out of this guy. I wanna fight too, come here and let me punch you. Hi-ya! Go away, kid, you bother me. Hold still, wow! I don't see his parents around, Alex. Just one quick swat to the head. Why haven't you put on your armor yet? Move it, move it, move it. Want to aim that baritone somewhere else? Oops. Sorry about that, kids. This is Master Mel's indoor gym. Members of the Meribian army come here to learn the art of hand-to-hand combat, and your recruits come here to discover just how much they have to learn. I mean, I'll take some free armor. Excuse me. No one is allowed through this passage by order of Master Mel. Where does it lead? Deep into the sewers beneath the city. Built as an emergency escape route, but the sewers now hold hazards of their own. But yeah, poop monsters. Does he start off maxed out with transfers? The recap stats. What stats are they? Speed, strength, and skill? Bad guess. Love that door sound. It's so cool. Master Mel doesn't know his daughter is a total tomboy. Whenever he's around, she puts on her innocent little girl act. Strength, defense, and speed. That was close. That was close. Kinda shocked it's not skill, but I guess his skill cap is probably pretty high. What's that? No, we're not having a party. All of this is for Master Mel. His appetite is almost as legendary as his strength. In his prime, the Master would have eaten twice as much, but now he's counting his calories at the request of Miss Jessica. Wow, Master Mel just became my favorite of the 4 heroes. Alex, do you think Noel could give Mal a run for his money? Ha ha ha. Skills close to cap. Gotcha. Master Mel sent Jessica to the shrine to become a priestess, but I doubt that spoiled brat takes her studies seriously. She hasn't had to work for anything in her entire life. Why should she start now? Excuse me, pardon me, so much to do, so little time. There are times when I wish I had a third arm to keep up with all the cleaning. This lady's been sniffing the fumes too long. Later, guy, I appreciate you hanging out with us. Thanks again for the follow. Normally I do Monday and Wednesday. I might be back on Friday to do a little bit more streaming. Words are tough. Yeah, to do a little bit more, because I've fallen in love with this, and so, like, to the point where, like, man, why did I start streaming it? It's like, now I've got to wait to to play it, so I might actually throw in a couple extra streams. I do have a Discord server. I try to post in there when I stream, if you're interested in joining. I think there's a link, and I think there's a -Discord. If I was smart enough to set it up. That would be incorrect. I did not. I think there's a link, though, if you're interested. Flash is the one I had trouble with, right, on my solo. Someone where you have to protect Alencia, right? And yeah, apparently I need to make a Discord command. Guess I could do a bot thingy that posts it like once an hour. I did find, finally... Yeah, take care, guy. I appreciate it again, the follow. I really do appreciate it. I did find V, who did my 2 new emotes. Well, I guess only one of them is approved right now. She told me about a really cool bot called Streamcord. It's free. I mean, there are some pro features. You can pay a little bit for it. That I'm going to set up. That I am looking forward to. That way it'll post when I actually go live, and when Juice, if he ever goes live, it'll post that he's going live. Blue, do you stream? I think I've asked you that like several times. If not, man, I would totally watch your Tellius adventures. I do follow you, at least. I would watch you, man. And I was planning on streaming on Saturday, too, but if Act is starting Path of Radiance, I kind of want to watch them. Wait, what's boring? Path of Radiance? Or that chapter? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Morel's a great boss and a great guy, but it hasn't always been that way. He was a fearless pirate and a fearsome warrior, known only as Hell Mel. Hard to believe, isn't it? Mel's wife was the daughter of an aristocrat who lived here in Maribia. After a secret romance with Mel, who was still a pirate captain at the time, they tied the knot. It was so romantic. I hope I find my true love one day. I think all of us do. Alex, your face is all red. You feeling okay? Okay, that's fair, Blue. It does sound tedious. I think I've told you that several times. Hey, where's the statue before I forget to heal? No? There it is. I'm glad I randomly walked up and pressed X to that. And I don't want to, but well, as much as I'm yawning, I might have to end just a tiny bit early. I don't really want to, though. Don't understand. This is a dragon diamond, freshly minted from Quirk's mighty keister. He doesn't give these away to just anyone you know. How am I supposed to know this is a genuine dragon diamond? We've had a devil of a time with dragon... Those are coming in lately. I love this humor. It's so good. You've done all that without trying to level up soft, but after Clash, I'm gonna see if I can catch him up. Have him catch up. I always wanted to try to have him catch up, but like he can't promote either, can he? It's just so much XP. And even without him actually capping anything, he caps all his stats for me every time I've ever played Radiant Dawn. Seems like we got a fool in here every day claiming to have a genuine dragon diamond. But I will admit this is the most beautiful gemstone I've ever seen. Really? Hey Alex, did you meet with Master Mel? I'm still negotiating with this guy to buy the diamond, but I might have to settle for a lot less than it's worth. I'm sorry. Like I've been telling you, young man, this is a wonderful stone, but the dragon diamond? Sorry, no one even knows where to find the dragons anymore, much less how to get diamonds from them. Alright, so how much will you give us for it? For a diamond of this caliber, I'll give you 20,000 silver for it. That is my one and only offer. It's your decision too, Alex. What do we do? Is that right, young man? Well, you're welcome to look around, but you're not going to find a store that can offer half as much as me. The richest jeweler in Maribia. Oh wow, he did not like that. I don't think you did, Blue. I don't want to take less than that, but I imagine I probably have to. Find a store that can offer half as much as that. I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and take it. Guess let's just take it. Excellent, I'll go into the back and get your money. Hand over the diamond so I can put it into my safe. Wait here, please. Uh-oh. No, never do that. I knew something bad was gonna happen. I didn't realize it took so long to count 20,000 silver, Alex. Maybe it's too heavy for him to carry it all out here at once. He stole it! Alex, something's wrong. Dross, hello, where are you? Alex Ramos, Dross is gone, and so is the dragon diamond. We've been had. Please don't hurt me, I just started working here. I don't know anything, I don't know anyone. Why don't you go talk to Master Mel? Maybe he could help you. This is all my fault, Alex. I should have known Dross was a con from the start. Got cocky because I was able to catch Brett. I'm so sorry. Went on the owner of this place ran into the back and never came out. Definitely won't be buying anything here until I figure out what the hell's going on. I'm right there with you. Let's go talk to Mel. So, lad, what's on your mind? We were trying to sell our diamond to a man named Dross, but he stole it. If I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. That Dross is a crook. But it's your fault, too. You can't just hand over a valuable jewel like that. Since you're trying to become adventurers, I think I'll let you solve this on your own. Test your strength, but trust your heart, lad. All I can truly rely on is yourself. Like you said you wanted adventure, here's one for you. Now you're asking me to bail you out already? What kind of adventurers are you to be? Okay, fine. Go get Nash. Try to find out where he went. One is fully healed. Let's go talk to Nash and then let's see where we should go, maybe. Okay, they left. Lovely. Alright. A lot of really quirky magicians, that's no fun, just like Mom told me. Where are you going, Alex? Until I get our diamond back, I'm not going anywhere. How do I have to go into, like, every house now? I'd been scoping out Dross's store for weeks, coming up with the perfect plan to rob him blind. Then I stumbled upon this secret passage in the sewers. Decided today was the day to pull the job, so I hid here and waited. And Dross runs past me clutching the biggest diamond I've ever seen. I had a sewage worker alibi ready, but he was so happy with his giant jewel that he didn't even notice me. This day's been so weird that I just had to tell someone about it. Alex, this guy's a thief. Shouldn't we tell someone about him? We don't have time, no. The longer we stay here, the bigger lead Dross gets with our diamond. I guess now we gotta go fight the poop monsters. I can dig it. That actually do. Okay. A lot of the citizens have reported strange noises coming from the sewers. So Master Mel sent me down here to investigate, but I'm afraid to go any deeper into the sewers alone. Whatever's down there might devour me. Ooh, sewer snake. I love their animations. On the battle, 100 gold, 28 XP. We might do a tiny bit of grinding here, get some money. I think with this game, I might spend time off stream doing like money grinding. Just in some spots. Because I do want to fully equip everybody with new stuff. And I actually meant to. I meant to heal before we started. Actually, not what I meant to do. Okay, yeah, I totally messed up there. How much XP and stuff do we need for the next level? Never thought the sewer music would be so good. Got Starlight. Seriously, I'm vibing to that, man. That's good. I like it. I hate that everything seems to have the ability to poison me. Also, I just got like really cold here. Two starlights so far. Not bad. I need to get them both better weapons so they can together kill one. There's another fight or two, I might have enough. Go get that here in a little bit. See what kind of fishies we get to fight. Fatal Hoppers. Oh gosh, even Alex can't kill him with one shot. These things hit hard. Yeah, it's gonna be time to head back to town now. As much yawning as I have been doing, this might be where we call it. And I could do a little bit of this kind of boring grinding. I don't have any mana left. Still just go ahead and kill him. Get some more money and stuff before we continue. The battle, 200 gold, 40 XP. 250 gold. Alright. Might be able to finish some of that shopping. Seriously though, the soundtrack. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That company, probably not, but it was worth a try. Always worth a try. So I do like that there aren't inns. You just go talk to the goddess statue and it heals you. Have something for... Or getting that is better, or more important, in my opinion. But if I can get both, I guess I go ahead and get his too. What does the fortune cane actually do? I might actually Google it just to see what it actually does. I don't guess it actually does anything. I don't know. I don't know what it actually does. Alright, well, we can kill some stuff better now. Yeah, that's another thing about, another reason why I still think Ramus is... I mean, he stuck around a lot longer than I really thought he was going to. Like, I can't buy him any more weapons, and he's not getting other stats. 10 o'clock. I'm pretty confident I can make a backup save here. It is 10 o'clock. I think we'll go ahead and call it here. Just because I am a little sleepy. Might go to bed a tiny bit early. Anyone on that I know of to raid? Smokey's on. Let's go raid Smokey. But yeah, I'm gonna try to hop on Friday, play a little bit more of this, and then Saturday, I haven't decided if I want to do this or if I want to do an SMZ3. I kind of want to do an SMZ3. I could do both. I mean, not locked into one or the other. But well, I guess SMZ3 is a 5 to 8 hour commitment. So we'll see about that, I guess. Hopefully the seed I get is good. The last one I tried was just awful. Absolutely awful. So yeah, let me click on Smokey there. And let's go raid Smokey. I appreciate everyone watching. I appreciate, again, the follows. Hope everyone has a good night.